Good day and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you a very quick, easy, and simple way how to wash, clay, and seal your paint. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you a very easy, simple way how you can go ahead and wash your car, clay your car, and also seal it in some very simple, easy steps. I know this isn't a groundbreaking new video. This is something that I'm going to be trying for myself in person as well because it really has my interest and it looks like it's going to be very easy. The products that I'm going to be using and the products that you would need are going to be something very similar. The products I'm going to be using and demonstrating in this video, I will have them all in the video description down below, so you have some nice, quick, easy links to head on over and get those products after the video if this is something that catches your interest and is something that you would like to do or try yourself. And with those products being, we're going to be using some P&S Bead Maker. You can see this bottle is about half full. This is a great, fantastic product. I love using this product as a drying aid because it has outstanding lubricity to it, and it also has some tremendous beading behavior. It doesn't last as a ceramic coating or something like that, but for what you get, you cannot beat this product. And the next product I'm going to be using is from the Rag Company. This is their Ultra Clay Decontamination Towel. You can use, they have sponges as well, but this is their towel. This is a synthetic clay. It is a fine clay. I'm going to open this up. This is not like your traditional clay bar. Your traditional clay bar is going to be a heavier, stouter clay. Something like that, you want to use clay lube, and you're also going to want to do some kind of a paint enhancement or a correction after using it because you can have some micro marring and stuff from a clay bar. Using a synthetic clay, like this towel here, you can see this clay is attached to the towel. As you unroll it, you have a nice soft microfiber border and edge around this towel with this fine synthetic clay inside. I have not used this towel yet, so we're going to break it in on the windshield first. We're going to be using the P&S Bead Maker basically as a clay lube, and then it's also going to double as a drying aid once we get done on the surface and we come in with a drying towel to dry the surface. It is going to leave some protection behind. You're going to get that awesome gloss that this product delivers, and you're also going to get some awesome water behaving characteristics with it as well. So this is going to be a multi-step that you can do just basically with a clay towel. There is clay sponges that have this synthetic clay as well. This clay is very, very soft, and it's going to be very safe for doing something like this. So I went ahead and I washed the vehicle. Just a typical standard wash. Use your favorite soap, use your favorite microfiber, wash it down, rinse it off. Once you rinse it off, leave that water on the surface because you're going to want the water on the surface, and then we're going to be taking the P&S Bead Maker and spraying that on the surface, coming in with the clay towel and basically getting any contaminants that are embedded in the paint off. If you have a previous wax sealant ceramic coating, this is going to help decontaminate that and also bring the hydrophobics of that coating back as long as it is still there. Coating, paint protection, whatever it is. As long as it's still there, you're going to get those hydrophobics back because you're going to be getting the decontamination out of your paint and off of your paint protection. So this is what we're going to be using. We're going to head on out. Let's get this in action. Let's see how easy it is to use. I do have the car all washed down and it is wet right now, so we're going to use this and then we'll come in and dry it and we'll see what kind of results we get. We'll see how much contamination is on the paint. I'm sure on all the horizontal surfaces like the hood, trunk lid, stuff like that, there's going to be quite a bit. The side panels are still extremely hydrophobic, but there's a few areas that is lacking a little bit, and that is just because of the decontamination. But let's head on out and check out how this is going to work. So we were outside working in direct sunlight, but it's a nice, cool, overcast day, so it's not going to dry super fast. If it is, you're going to want to basically do a panel at a time, dry that panel, keeping the vehicle wet, moving panel to panel. Shake your product up, make sure it's turned on. And as I mentioned, I have not used my clay towel. This is a new one that I have, so I'm going to break it in on the windshield first. So I'm going to basically just do the whole windshield. Don't feel that you have to be very sparing with the bead maker. The bead maker is going to act as the lubricity for coming in and being between the clay and your paint. So you can use a decent amount. You don't need to do 1 or 2 sprays per panel. And already on the glass, I can feel this clay towel doing its job. As you can see, it is still clean. That is what you want. If you get into really, really heavy decontamination, maybe this isn't the method, but for a light one like what I'm dealing with, this is going to be your ticket. Underneath the towel, you can feel where the decontamination is on the glass, because it's a little rough, and you can feel it come off and become slick and smooth, and that is what you are going to want. So since we're not in direct sunlight today, the glass is still damp and wet. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in real quick and just dry the surface up. I have a liquidator from the rag company for a drying towel. I will link that as well down in the video description. If this is a towel that you see or a towel that you haven't used, I would strongly recommend picking one up, trying it out, because these things are super, super thirsty. You can feel the glass is extremely smooth. So now we have clayed the glass, sealed the glass in a very quick, efficient, easy couple of steps. So I'm going to come in on the hood. I'm not going to do any of the vinyl, but I am going to do all the painted surfaces. So go ahead and just spray it down. And hopefully it picked that up. There is a lot of contamination on this hood. But this clay towel is making short, easy work out of it. And always periodically check your clay towel to make sure you don't see any big chunks of anything stuck in the clay. I know I just did this, but I want to go over it one more time. But that surface cleaned up very quick and easy. This sounds worse than it is because I'm right on the edge of the hood, but it is not super horrible. This isn't something I would recommend doing every single wash, but this is definitely something I would recommend doing maybe in the springtime, late summer, if you're driving a lot of miles on the interstate a lot, not a whole lot of city driving, maybe do it once in the summer, but it is not needed to do this every single wash. This is just something that will help keep up on keeping your paint clean. Come back in with the drying towel, dry the hood off, and that paint is just as slick as the glass was. Bead maker, after it sits on the surface for a little while, it gets extremely glossy. It is an awesome product if it's a product that you have not used. It's another product I would highly recommend using. It's a product I love and one that I use a lot. On here, you're not going to get the lifespan out of the bead maker as you would if you put it on the surface basically dry, because we are diluting it, spraying it on a wet surface that already has water on it. But it is going to leave a little bit behind, and if you want to come back in on the hood now to reapply the bead maker, you definitely can. But right there we did the hood. It was quick and easy. We'll do this fender. And we'll also do the door and the side glass. I'm going to spray all of them down because this process is just so quick and easy. That you can actually work around the vehicle very quick. That's one thing I love about doing something like this, because it's saving you a lot of time, but it's also keeping your paint decontaminated, your glass decontaminated, helping your paint protection stay hydrophobic, helping with water characteristics. It's just an awesome way to keep up with that stuff. So as you can see right there, quick and easy, that was the front fender and the driver's door. You can just come in, dry your panels off. Once you start getting lower on your panels, depending on how bad the contamination is, you can get a lot on the lower surface just from stuff kicking up off of the road. This does not have a whole bunch of that, so I feel comfortable doing the whole door top to bottom. If there's a lot down there, you can always do everything from about right here, midline up, and then save the lower part for last. But right there, so quick, so easy. The hood is very slick, very smooth. It's got the decontaminants, anything that was bonded to it out of there. It is super glossy. So I've already done front windshield, hood, fender, and door all in real time. You can see how quick that was. It could be a little bit quicker if I'm not talking, but it is very quick and easy, and I'm loving this method. The lubricity is amazing from the bead maker. But I'm going to go ahead, get the rest of the car done, which is not going to take long at all, and then I'll come back in and we'll take a look to see how the car looks, how it feels, and then we'll see if we want to do any kind of a topper on top of it real quick, and then we'll get into my final thoughts. But let me go ahead and hit the rest of the car, and I'll come back in and show you how it looks. So I'm already done. I'm up to the front. One thing I wanted to show is I did spray some bead maker on the headlights. So if you are doing this method and there's any plastic, you can go right over any of the plastic. It is not going to hurt it. You can hear it. That is the plastic under here. That's not the painted surface. It's right here. You're not going to hurt your plastics. You can also do your headlights. And that's important to know up front because of all the bugs, all the dirt, everything that hits the front of your vehicle when you're driving. You're going to want to go ahead and get it all off. And using a method like this will make it quick, easy, and very efficient, because like that, the whole front end is done. But it's going to help with any kind of remaining bug residue. If there's a little bit of staining, a little bit of etching, it's not going to take the etching out, but it's just going to help with all of that. So I was just wanting to show it is safe to do this on your plastic, on your paint, anywhere on your vehicle. Plastics, paint, glass. You can just come in, you can clay it, get any of the contaminants off of that surface, help it from any kind of future buildup or getting very heavily impacted with contaminants that are getting bonded to the surface. So this will be something that is very easy to do, helping keep up on the maintenance, especially on the front end, your horizontal surfaces, where everything just likes to sit and embed itself into your paint protection, your plastics, your headlights, anything like that. But this process is extremely quick. I am done now. I've got the front bumper was the last that I needed to do, and as you can see, I'll zoom out a little bit, this thing looks amazing. Yes, it still has a ceramic coating on it. The ceramic coating is still going, holding in there. It's going strong. But as you could hear on the hood, there was a lot of contaminants on that horizontal surface just from stuff sitting on it. But this process right here, this is the first time I've done it. It has intrigued me. I knew it would work because I've used bead maker so much. I know how slick it is. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and do this. But I'm going to be doing this definitely in the springtime, definitely probably in the fall, just to kind of help keep up on that so you don't get heavy contaminants, heavy buildup, stuff just sticking and embedding into your paint. And this will help keep all that cleared off, keeping your paint looking as glossy and as shiny and as beautiful as this is. So it is a very quick, easy maintenance step. Using the bead maker is an awesome lubricant, but you're also going to be leaving behind a small bit of protection with some awesome water behavior and characteristics with an extreme amount of gloss and shine. Also, I just want to mention one more time, make sure you're using some kind of a synthetic clay like this clay towel has. You're not going to want to use regular clay. Regular clay is going to be a little bit too hard on your painted surface. Doing it like this, causing any kind of micro marring. So I would stay away from just a clay bar, but using a fine synthetic clay like I have done, you're not going to harm anything and you're going to get amazing, tremendous results just like this. So here's a side shot of it. I wanted to come in just to show how glossy it is. The paint is very smooth everywhere. It's got those contaminants out of it. The glass looks absolutely amazing. It is slick and smooth. Same with the side glass, as you can see. This whole thing, I can't get over it. It has turned out so nice. And as I said, as that bead maker is on there and as it starts drying and curing, you are going to get more gloss out of it. But it is very shiny. It's decontaminated. I know right up here on this charger, these panels here are a little bit flatter and they are silky smooth. Same with right back here. These panels are flatter, silky smooth. Before they were a little bit rough, you could feel some contaminants in it, but not now, not at all. I just want to come around to the passenger side here so you can see it as well. But all the paint, all the glass looks really nice. As you can see, look at the reflection in the hood. I just cannot get over how quick and easy that was to do, how slick the paint is. Didn't harm it at all. And this was the maintenance wash that this car was needing. But let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts on this, even though I've been going over and talking about it. Okay, so for my final thoughts on using bead maker as a drying aid / clay lube, paired up with the Rag Company's Ultra Clay Towel, this, for me, these two products, absolutely awesome. It is very quick, very efficient, and it gets the job done. And it also leaves a nice light layer of protection behind. How much, how long is it gonna get out of it? I honestly don't know, because you do have water on the surface. You are basically diluting the bead maker when you're spraying on the surface. Yes, you're spraying it on a bit heavier than if you're gonna do a dry application. So I do think you're gonna have a little bit of protection there. So you're going to boost the protection on your existing sealant, ceramic coating, whatever paint protection you have on there. If you don't have any paint protection, you're going to add a light layer of paint protection on there from the bead maker. Using the Ultra Clay Towel, paired up with that bead maker, it is so slick. It removes the contamination. You can feel it and you can hear it under the towel when you're going over all the panels, but it is just a nice, quick, easy way to decontaminate, to get any of the contamination that is on your paint off, and just basically a quick, simple wash process, basically. So is this going to be something you want to do for your initial decontamination? No, absolutely not. On something like that, you're going to want to go ahead and do a full clay bar, a paint enhancement, a polish, a paint correction, whatever that is going to be, because there's going to be a lot of heavy contaminants on there. But if the vehicle has been maintained and there's just your normal wear and tear, your everyday driving that is on the paint, this is what I'm going to call the best option. Just because it is so quick, it's so easy to do, delivering tremendous results, and keeping your paintwork free of any kind of contaminants that have bonded to it. So overall, absolutely love this method and this process. This is going to be something, as I mentioned, you're going to want to do not every wash, but if you do it a couple times a year, that is going to be perfectly fine, perfectly safe, and it's going to deliver those amazing, tremendous results that I got. But hopefully this video was helpful, informative, maybe a new process or a new way that you're not aware of for taking care of your paint. And if you have not done this, if you have not seen this, I highly recommend it. This is something that personally you need to try because it works so well. Also remember, down in the video description, I will have everything linked in there, so you have these quick, easy links so you can get to these products if this is something you want to get, so you can start doing and putting it into your wash regiment. And then also, please remember, throw a comment down below. What did you think of this video? Is this a process you have used, that you have done? Is this something that interests you, you have not, and you're gonna try it? all of your feedback, throw it down in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your input, your thoughts, your feedback. Also, remember to smash that thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Click the bell, turn on all post notifications so you don't miss a future upload. And I want to thank you all so much for stopping in, taking the time out of your day to check out this video. I enjoy all of your guys' feedback, all of your support on the channel. It means the world to me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care.